And let me remind you, there was a time, I think 4 or 5 years ago, that people rap like this, da 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 da, that even Snoop Dogg was complaining like, what is, skibby, ska, sko. What happened now? If you go to TikTok, half of the content is about body, private body. The likes of Wizkid, Olamide, Davido are building brand. People will call it noise. All right, thank you. My name is Oyebanji Akins, and we're live on CTDA Media, connecting the dot for Africa. On this particular episode solo, I'm not going to be doing it alone. Behind me, the camera is Cubana of Houston. And you already know my own name is Oyebanji Akins, and we're going to be getting to the questions. So, Cubana, what are the topic we're talking about today?
Today we're talking about social media. Is it a blessing or a curse?
Social media, is it a blessing or a curse?
Can you give us like a brief intro on that?
It all depends on who is asking and where the conversation is being popped up. If such conversation popped up in the midst of church in Nigeria among the age of 60, they will tell you it's a curse. But if you're among the midst of 20s, 25, they will tell you it's a blessing. Now, what is the main context of it from my own critical part? I will say, I remember I was talking to one of my friends in 2022, 2021. I remember my statement was like, oh, this internet will mess us up. But fast forward to 2025, I will say it's been a serious blessing, because at the end of the day, the same Bible somebody will use to pray and make money is the same Bible somebody will use and curse people, and it will cost them and it will work. So internet is the same thing. It's just, you just speak the part you feel like you want to, I don't want to use the bad word, but that's just what it is.
Okay. Another question is going viral the new validation?
If it's going viral,
the new validation?
I would say yes and I would say no. But my yes would be more like 80%. Unfortunately, we're living in, I take that back, I would say 100. We're living in a world where data is very, very important. I'm very big of that. The realistic of going viral is to let you know how truthfully you've been making impact. That's what I would say.
Okay, and as a critic, what's the major difference between real influence and social media noise?
Real influence and social media noise is very easy. Very, very easy statement. The answer is a lot of people are building noise, they're not building brand. So unfortunately, those are the people that are making noise, they are not building brand. The ones that are building brand, I've been a critic. I've done a wonderful names that I want to mention some names, but I've done a review about the likes of, I end up saying the name. The like of Genevieve. When I did a research about Genevieve is somebody that I've done so much, but you never see her out. Like, I don't think you even have any controversy except the time when she shoots a video for the bench. Oh man, you don't make me fall in love. And the point is, till date, nobody addressed, I didn't see Genevieve address that conversation till date. I think the band kind of addressed it. So when it comes to that, and Genevieve, as you can imagine when, oh man, you don't make me fall in love, how many years? Genevieve is still relevant till date. When it comes to she show her face, man, everybody's going to jump. So for me, I'm going to use Genevieve as an example of saying, I will say this, the likes of, I'm trying not to make it where people get it wrong, but I'm about to say, the likes of Wizkid, Olamide, Davido are building brand. People will call it noise. But you can tell some names that I won't mention that, check them after 4 or 5 years, where are they? And check the kind of conversation they have on a podcast session. That's when you know who is building brand and who was making noise. You see them saying, nobody's talking about me, nobody's going to talk about this, my brother. Nobody. Because you're not building a brand. When you're up there, it was about noise you're doing, and nobody's gonna tell you you're making noise. So that's just what it is, and that goes to female and male too.
Okay, and have you ever felt lost in the algorithm of building your own brand?
I think for everybody that are intentionally building a business, you will feel it, unless you're lying, unless you're unless you're how should I use the word? Unless you're manipulating the numbers that is not real. If you genuinely building your brand, you're definitely gonna have it. It's gonna go over your head because every day, just imagine 9 point something billion is people in the world, if I'm correct, and 3 point something billion are always coming online in the morning. Do you understand the level of what is going on in their head? And everybody's putting it out. And I'm building a brand I want to stand to open the eyes of a lot of people. Yes. But one thing that I've learned to now understand, that was my past though. For me now, I don't get stuck in the algorithm because I've learned to realize you don't have to control it and you don't have to know where it's going. Just build your brand. It's like you driving it's you driving a sheep on the sea. You don't know when it's going to rain. You don't know when it's going to be sunny. You don't know when it's going to be thunderstorm. All you have to do is maintain that journey and enjoy it as long as you can. And I think that's one thing I've learned when it comes to algorithm and not getting lost into it, because you will get lost. And there are times that the world does not even know. I put off my phone. I now tell my staff to, I always tell everybody to take a break. Don't let it control you. This is something I'm sure if my staff are watching this, they will smile. I always tell them, like, don't go with it. What you wake up to, stay with it. Because algorithm will make you wake up in the morning with the hope of saying, I'm going to find 1 million. And you're about to start thinking you want to make 10 million. That is not realistic because you follow somebody's algorithm. So that's just my own thing that I would say.
Okay, and does chasing clout robs off of our cultural depth?
That's a big one. Because I would say 4 years ago, no, but I would say now, yes, because a lot of what is going viral are becoming what AI is speaking. And that's where I'm getting worried. Because AI is becoming an artificial intelligence that picks what we keep putting out. So what we're literally putting out for the past 2 years, from Kendrick versus Drake to where we are having UK versus US, just imagine what AI is going to pick when I'm always on Twitter. Like, I see question people ask Grok, what is this? Tell me what and we're not putting anything in to Grok in terms of what we're doing. And I think that's one of the problems a lot of Nigerians need to start be conscious about, especially Black and African people, to realize that for every time you just want to, you want to go viral, think about the impact you're giving our culture. And what do you think in the next 5 years the AI is going to talk about African people or Black people? And everything we're building now is going to come back in the next 5 years. Just check online, man. Everybody's just almost want to go naked, which I don't have any problem with them going naked. But then what? It's like saying somebody said, show me the 5 viral things we've done as Black people in this world this year. I'm not sure we're going to be having something that has to do with something motivating. Not in a bad way, and you can see too, respectfully, this is not validated by what I've seen online. You can tell a lot of rappers in America complain about saying, the kind of music they make and what they start finding out that the music was being intentionally for them to, make people stay in touch. I don't know how true it is. I don't have the fact. I've never checked it. But I've seen a couple of, artists talking about it, rap artists, about saying, where our culture is going. And let me remind you, there was a time, I think 4 or 5 years ago, that people rap like this, da-da-da-da-da, that even Snoop Dogg was complaining like, what is, skibby, ska, sko. What happened now? Do you hear anything like that anymore? There was a time the rappers, I remember Snoop Dogg was like, what the hell is going, like, what are you guys rapping about? So those are the things we put in the culture. And I think for me, yes, I'm kind of worried about the content that Black people and African American are putting into the internet that AI is speaking.
Okay, what is the weirdest thing have you ever seen people do for digital relevance?
Man, what I would just tell, being a critic that I've seen, I enjoyed our culture being transformed in different ways. But I just hope a lot of those artists can start giving us reasons that can balance some music that we listen to. I think a lot of black people still don't understand social media. It's like, when you buy a car for somebody that doesn't think he will have a car, they will go there and check in the middle of the night. They will go there for him and say, "Is my car there?" Most of the time as a Nigerian, the reason why they are doing it is because they think the car is going to go. It's because they feel like they don't deserve to have it. So a lot of what we're seeing online is people feel like the internet will go away. They want to put everything just for them to be the mess. The most weirdest thing that I would say I was seeing is, man, I've seen it all. Jesus Christ. I've seen things that I don't think I will see. And now, if you notice now, all the social media are allowing a lot of things to go through. So it becomes where there was a time in the world where you have to go to a place and ask them, I say, I want to buy a movie where they're having sex. You can't even say it. Now, bro, on my Twitter, thank God I'm using the professional one. You just, even though I'm not following people, if you go to TikTok, half of the content is about body, private body. If you check online right now, half of content online has to do like black people looking for validation. Like, I feel like I don't know that part. Let me just stop right there. I don't know what to say anymore, man. The weirdest thing I've seen it all. People who have sex online, they've done it all. People really go on TikTok to be having sex. Look at Nigeria. When somebody will make it make sense. Why would somebody go on TikTok, make their face look blurry like this, like monkey, right? And asking somebody to go naked. That's the thing. When I see, it doesn't look like a human being. So you already know, when I see some things, I'm like, you're so insecure that you hide your face. But then you're asking somebody not to make their face like that, to show their body, for you to give them 5,000, 200 naira. We have a big, you didn't say read 1 to 10 within half a second. You get what I'm saying? You're not telling me like, tell me 10 capitals, No, it's about saying, oh yeah, show this, if he off this one, oh yeah, take the money, man, and they are the young ones. And most of their parents, like I said earlier on, we have parents that don't understand how social media works. As long as their kids give them the money, they do it. And you see them 2-3 years, they're out of it.
Okay, and how do you handle burnout or envy online?
First of all, I don't believe there's anything like envy online for me. I follow limited people, and that is what I do. And the reason why I've been able to understand how social media work in my own profession, that I know the more people you follow, the more what you see. The more what you search on your Google is what you see on your social media. So if you continue searching on your Google, on YouTube, they're coming back to you on your social media, everything. If you're engaging people that talk shit, you're going to see it on your page. So I think, if I'm not digressing out of the question, I feel like black people and African people, we need somebody that will give us a lecture online and explain how social media works for us.
Okay, and the last question is, can a platform break or make someone purposeful?
Yes, both ways. I think right now that's what we're using. It could break you right now. A lot of people have been broken, but I don't believe you can be broken. I think if you got broken, mean you give up, because if you got broken, means you give up. Or your ideology of becoming who you are was never for you to make impact. That's one thing I always tell people. For everything you're giving out to the world that makes you become viral, make you become big, it's all about the intention of what you're doing. Are you trying to be impactful to the world, or you're being selfish so much that it's just about yourself? Yeah, you get it, but just for a while. Because the intention about what you're doing is not to impact the world. And that's why you see some artists, some people in the content creator, in different things, they get so caught up and it turns back to envy. Because what you can do, you think people envy you when you do it. And even though you do it, if you ever find yourself in the subconscious mind of you thinking somebody envy you, you already envy somebody too. You're just a mirror of yourself. So if that ideology sits well in your mind, think, yeah, they envy me, means you envy somebody. Just tell us the truth. So for me, I don't believe in envy. I don't believe in But I've seen, before I was use the word people steal my idea. I think I did an episode about saying that. But now I've grown in my professional world to realize that nobody steals anybody's idea. If you build it right, they can't take it unless you're taking somebody's idea. I will give an example. Look at the likes of Dibanja and Durella. What happened? For some reason, Dibanja voice swallowed Durella. Not because I'm saying Durella is not talented or good, because the word I've known Dibanja voice before Durella. So it becomes a battle of saying, that person sound like Durella. I'm sorry to say this. I can't wait to see they're my state people. Kiss Daniel, Fido. Fido almost sound like Kiss Daniel. Where's Fido now? We're still hearing Kiss Daniel though. You get what I'm trying to tell you. So all those things sometimes go longer that people don't go into it. And for people that might be enjoying this program, I think this is where we're going to put an end to it. Don't take everything personal. And if you do, there's some truth in it. So if you've enjoyed this particular episode where some parts might have got to you personally, take your time to go through it. We're not saying we're giving you the best answers to the ideology of what you believe, but what we are doing on CTDA Media is to connect the dot for Africans, wherever you might be all around the world, colored, black, white, as long as you can believe you're rooted to Africa. Here is your platform for you to watch, follow, share, and likes for every content we've been sharing along from over the past 2 years. If you like what we're doing, share it to your friends. Talk about it in the group. Share it in your group chat. And you doing that will definitely get us more people that we can build our own community of connecting the dots. Like we always say, it is not about enforcing our truth on you. It is about sharing our own ideology of what we think is right for the world, for the country, for the community, and for the Africa at large. I didn't do this one alone. I have with no other person that you guys know behind the camera is Kubana of Houston. My name is Oyebanji Akins, and you can always follow us on all our social media at CTD Media, and only on Instagram we have CTDA_media, and you can check us on our website on www.ctdamongblack.com. Till the next episode that you're going to be seeing my face and my voice. Stay locked down, stay locked in, stay focused, and stay sharp. Thank you.